tree. Beautiful sights I want you to see. It's more fun in the Philippines. It makes you feel like in a dream. It's more fun in the Philippines. It makes you feel like in a dream.
Last time, we flew to the beautiful island of Coron with its white sandy beaches and crystal clear waters. And of course, I had to dive right in. We visited stunning lagoons, and I discovered a secret cave. We had a boodle fight dinner.
You ate a lot.
You can speak for yourself.
Before making coffee, native style, and saw one of the most beautiful sunsets. This time, we're heading out on an island hopping trip, including a visit to an exclusive private island. We'll delve into Coron's street food before we say goodbye to the islands and head back to the capital, Manila, for a historic tour of the old city. Mel finds a new way to get wet before we party into the night on the last hours of our tour. We're up bright and early and already skimming the waves in our speedboat. It's our last day exploring Palawan, around the idyllic island of Coron. And today, it's a chance to explore some of the tiny islands that litter this region, with their beautiful beaches and palm-fringed shorelines. As we approach what looks like a deserted island, our local guide Ricky appears from the waves.
Okay, good morning ladies. Welcome to Waling Waling Island. This is what we call also Bulog Uno. So here you can enjoy the nice beach. Yeah, there's a sandbar, nice water, and you can enjoy also the swimming here. And if you want to see the neighboring islands, we have a train going up. We have the view deck. So it's very nice.
I know what Uno means. What does Bulog mean?
Yeah, Bulog means it's bald. So
Bald?
basically we have a lot of islands here that it's in local we call it kalbo, bald. But they also now they plant some trees to make it green, fresh area.
Okay, cool. Let's go have a look.
Yes.
The tiny sandbar intrigued me.
Well, we can't come here and not walk down there, especially with quite difficult it is. Let's go. You can barely see it.
Oh, because when it's high tide, it's fun.
I don't think I've ever actually walked down the sandbar. I feel like you could set up a really small restaurant from there. Have all the waiters come down the sandbar.
By the time we got to the end, it was really only the last piece that was fully above the water level. And for some reason, that made us both ridiculously excited.
Yay! Congratulations! You just did a cartwheel on the smallest island of the Philippines!
Ready? I'll do it again.
I think you have to do it slow.
Right, should we try and go to the viewpoint?
Yeah,
We can see the other side.
we have to trek though.
Okay, mini trek.
Okay.
It's only a small island, I guess.
Yes, let's go.
Looking at the island from the sandbar, it looked tiny, but actually the trees hid a larger area behind them.
Only a small climb then, compared to what we've done. How many islands are there altogether?
That's 7,001.
7,000. Wow. Oh, there's a little hut at the top. Okay, nearly there.
I think we're near now. Yeah.
Is that a bar? Oh, this is so cute.
Tree house.
That looks nice over there.
Yeah. The next one at the middle, that's what we call Bulog Dos, the second island.
So this is one.
Bold one and bold
this
two.
number one. Because in Philippines we have dry, wet and dry season.
Yeah.
So only two seasons.
Hot and hot. They're your two seasons.
Hotter.
Hot and hotter, yeah.
Rainy days. This is what we call Bulalakaw. Bulalakaw, it
Bulalakaw,
means
wow.
that's the falling star.
The falling star?
Yeah, Bulalakaw. The name
So-
of this island.
Did a star really fall there?
Yeah.
Ah, a long time ago, maybe.
They have sightings of a big falling star in this area.
There.
Yes.
You mean like a shooting star?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they call in local Bulalakaw.
Bulalakaw.
And
So you can make a wish on the star?
Yes.
And the sighting of the
Yeah, the nice sighting. And here also you can see the ancestral domain, part of the ancestral domain of the indigenous people, the Talbanog.
Oh, so this is the other side.
Yes, of the Coron Island.
I see.
You might be thinking that visiting this many islands gets a bit samey, but you're wrong.
Every island has its own unique flavour, and I could certainly never get bored with days like this. But it was time to get back on the boat and see what the next one had to offer. And it wasn't far away. Just across the bay, in fact. Once again, we were greeted with a beautiful white sand beach that stretched the full length of the island. And once again, Palawan is living up to its claims of the clearest seawaters in the world.
This is what I mean. Every island that you come to, there's something else that I like about it. Should we walk down the beach?
Uh-huh. Malakapuya.
So it looks like there's another viewpoint over there.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Basketball?
Maybe we can walk there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll head down to those rocks and have a go in the sea or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing energetic for Mel.
I'd be happy just sitting and taking in the view.
There,
Anywhere.
near the shore.
I'm gonna go and have a sit down. You can sit with me.
Yeah, we can try it. I think this is nicer.
It's not very comfortable.
Yeah, but you can control like
That's
that.
true.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go in the sea.
Oh.
It's so blue here.
But I think I'm gonna just stay here and watch you.
You've got to join me.
No.
Right, I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
The water was just so enticing, I couldn't stay away, and it was so warm. Eventually, Mel gave in and decided that even she needed to try it. It was so relaxing, with nothing but the gentle lapping of the waves and the rustling of palm trees. Oh, time for a snack.
This is my first time to drink a coconut in the water. Is it? Yeah.
Well, it's very refreshing. Not just the water, the coconut. And it's lovely because you can see just where they came from.
Yeah, and with a view. So this coconut, we call it the tree of life. And from the tree, you know, from the leaves to the fruit, even to the shell itself, we have a use for it. So if it's young, we can do the lambanog. So it's like sweet wine. When it's already old, it becomes vinegar. And when you're already done with this, you can use the shell sort of as a coin bank. Or this one, dry it, becomes a floor polish.
Ah,
Yeah, you can scrub the floor, put wax, scrub it.
many,
That's the
many
trick.
uses.
Yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, really.
Who knew it was so versatile? I also managed to convince Mel to have a try at basketball. We were expecting big things, but they didn't happen.
No chance. I am not a basketball player.
At least one of us kept up our team's credibility.
Very much. 2 points.
It really was turning into another amazing day.
So from one exclusive island to an even more exclusive island, we're on our way to somewhere called Club Paradise. And I don't know much about it, but Mel's told me that you have to get a boat and then land transport and then another boat. So I'm really excited. Let's go!
Places to go, things to see. Welcome to my home, my country. Beautiful sights, I want you to see.
Having crossed the island, we're boarding a boat that will take us somewhere called Club Paradise. Passing the mangrove swamps, it's a more gentle ride than we've had over the last few days. But it's not long before we pass the coastal villages and reach the open sea. A little while longer and we're already approaching this unique private island. There's no doubting that first impressions live up to its name.
Hi guys! Thank you! Very happy to be here, clearly. Oh,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Teka lang, kuya.
look at this!
I like your VIP.
Don't need those anymore.
Because you're in paradise.
Yeah, exactly.
Alex.
Welcome to paradise.
It really did feel like it.
You blend in the colors so well.
Come on, Mel, get in! You can't not, you have to go in and see here.
Oh, but the waves are too.
Woo!
Oh. Okay, so maybe I'll just stay at the shore.
The waves are too strong. You should try the English Channel, my girl.
It says happy summer.
I know.
Okay, you have to jump.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Brilliant.
What is it with these unexpected musical welcomes that brings tears to my eyes?
I actually just cried a little bit with happiness. I need to stop doing that. Welcome to Club Paradise.
It was such a lovely welcome that made us feel so special.
It's such a cute song, isn't it? Oh. Thank you, that was lovely. Perfect.
And they even had lunch waiting for us.
Ow, ow, that's hot. It's definitely hot now. Yeah, it's definitely sizzling now.
Time to find out more.
So we've been told we should call you Miss Happy.
Yes.
This says Eileen on your badge.
Yeah.
Why are you Miss Happy?
This is my real name, but when I came here, because I'm a happy person, the people here gave me the nickname Happy, but that was a long time ago.
Surely they give a lot of people the name Happy then, because I think everyone here is smiling when they arrive.
Yeah.
And so if I was staying here, what kind of activities could I do?
Yeah. For the activities, you can do kayaking, snorkeling. We also have island hiking. So you can go on top of the mountain for about 30 minutes and you can see the 360 view of the island.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we had a wonderful welcome as well. I love the guys playing guitar. Would you mind showing us around the resort?
Yeah,
We
sure.
can have a little look around.
Yeah.
So I can hear the birds up in the trees.
For the fruit bats.
The fruit bats. They're quite noisy, aren't they? I mean, it's nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh yeah.
And I can say we're the only resort
That has
That's absolutely insane.
So now they're sleeping. And at around 6 p.m., they fly back to the mainland to look for food.
Do they?
Yeah. So it's really nice to watch the sunset. And
From here?
Yeah, from
Because of the bats.
Yeah, including the bats.
So they're not
As a
actually
bat-
moving, they're just blowing in the wind at the moment.
Yes.
And they're sleeping.
Yeah. They're sleeping now.
Oh, so maybe the squeak sound is a bat snoring.
Yeah. Sounds
Maybe. They heard you.
I've never seen anything like that before. Wow. So what does it look like when they all go past together?
It's just like a small, just like a dots on the sky when they go out. But when you take the photo from up here, it's really nice.
Sort of like only resort that has in-house bats.
Yeah, I can say resident bats.
Resident bats. As an attraction.
It is.
Oh.
Wow. So what's your favourite thing about the resort?
For me, my favorite part of the resort is the house suite because when you go for snorkeling or for diving, you have the chance to with the sea turtles.
How likely is it that you'll see a turtle then if you go snorkeling there?
I can say 90 to 100%. And if you really wanted to see them in actual, we provide a guide, a snorkeling guide from the Aqua Sports Center because they know where we can find them.
And what about the accommodation?
For the accommodation, we have different rooms like the Sunset Villa, Sunrise Villa, Garden View rooms, Garden Suites, and the Hillside Cottage. So the guests can choose and what suits best to them.
Amazing. Well, I'm not going to lie, Miss Happy. Everything you've said and everything we've seen looks and sounds fantastic, but I need to see those sea turtles.
Sure.
Do you think we can arrange that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
And we even spotted more wildlife taking a snooze. This really was the clearest water you could imagine, and perfect for spotting turtles, and anything else that's around here. And it didn't take long. No sooner had he gone than I spotted a huge shoal of fish just below me. There were literally hundreds of them just circling around. I was surprised how tame they are. Even with me diving down several times, they still stayed together and in the same place. And then suddenly, there was the first turtle, right beneath me. It was bigger than I expected, just calmly trotting around on the seafloor. And like the fish, it didn't seem at all bothered that I was swimming alongside it. It was an amazing experience, and without doubt one of the highlights of my Philippines adventure. And he even came up to the surface to say goodbye. back on the boat, we were heading back to the mainland in the warm afternoon sun.
So we've had a lovely day at sea, and now we're safely back on dry land, and we thought we'd have a wander through the town and see what it's all about. This is cute.
Yeah, they have interesting stuff here.
I've never even seen cashew wine before, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. 10% alcohol.
Ooh.
Ah, thank you.
Hey, there. How do you drink this?
Bubos lang po siya, yung natural na ano lang.
Okay, so just pour it and then should
Oh, it's a shot.
yeah.
Right, okay.
But maybe try just a
Generous
little
one.
bit. You can sip it though.
If I'm gonna shot it, I'll shot it. That's fine.
Okay, so let me smell it. It smells good.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
Very strong nutty smell. Okay, I love Coron. Tastes like sweet wine.
Sweet
Very
wine.
sweet wine. Let's have a look in here. Very nice actually.
And it's colorful. These are similar to the ones in Bali. Do we go there?
And there's always some street food to investigate.
I suppose this is quite similar to what we've been having in the pork, is it?
No, this one is different. This is the chicken head. They call it the helmet.
Oh no, these ones are the pork. And then a chicken's head.
The chicken's head, yes. We call it helmet.
Helmet.
Yeah, because it's like
Have a look.
yeah, but it looks gross.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
I don't want to look at that. And then this
let me
one.
guess.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's some kind of intestine.
Yes, but intestine of what?
Chicken, I'm gonna go with.
Yes, you're correct. So they call this one bituka ng manok. So it's the intestine of the chicken. So if we have the intestine of the chicken, we also have the intestine of the pork. We call it isaw.
Isaw.
Yeah. And of course the traditional, we have the barbecue, the liempo, the chicken barbecue.
So my options, let me just get this straight. So my options are chicken head, pig intestine, chicken intestine, or Betamax.
Betamax, yeah.
Betamax. Very good. I think I'll leave it for now.
We're bidding a fond farewell to Coron and taking our last look at the beautiful islands as we head back to the capital, Manila. After spending so much time enjoying the relaxed pace of life around the Philippines, it's a bit of a shock to come back to the constant traffic and busy lifestyle of the city. But this is Mel's city, and she's arranged a tour of the historic Old Town district. We were to meet our guide Blue in the San Diego Gardens.
This is really pretty actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely. Hi, Blue.
Hello.
Alex, nice to meet you.
Alex, hi. Mel.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to Manila.
Thank
I'm
you.
Blue. I'll be your tour guide for today. And well, this afternoon we'll be going around Intramuros, one of the oldest and the most historical site here in Metro Manila. Where we're at right now is called Baluarte de San Diego. So let's look around. Come, follow me.
Beautiful. Let's go. What was this originally then, Blue?
Originally, Baluarte de San Diego is constructed as a form of fortification during the pre-Hispanic times. Careful, watch your steps. So this is now called the Baluarte de San Diego. You will see here a semicircular, well actually it's a circular shape. This used to be a tower during the Spanish times. This is one of the bastions or the fortification of Fort Santiago. The walls of Intramuros would stretch 4.5 kilometers long. Intramuros, by the way, came from two Spanish words, intra and moralia. Intra meaning within, moralia means walls, so it means that within the walls. Okay. During the stint of the Spanish government, they made this the social, the cultural, the commercial, the educational, and the financial center of the Spanish people. Okay.
You can see quite a lot of different chambers down here. Do you
Yes,
know
there
what
are
some of them
actually
were used
several
for?
chambers. This is actually also used as one of the things that they're protecting is actually the wealth of the country of Spain. And during their stay here, many Chinese pirates, which were led by Limahong, if you have heard of Limahong, were actually after the wealth of Spain. So this is actually one of their fortification or the defenses of the Spanish government. Okay.
Chinese pirates attacking the Spanish? That I didn't know. Just along the road was our next stop.
All right. So for our second stop, welcome to Baluarte de Dilao. Baluarte de Dilao is actually another fortification. As you can see from the wall, there are still cannons, 16th, 17th century cannons.
Wow.
Which is actually, as I have mentioned to you earlier, the walls or the baluartes are actually sort of fortification. Okay? Wall for the Baluarte de Dilao, there's a total of 21 cannons. Some of it are still intact. The thickness of the wall varies from 2 to 2.5 meters thick.
It's really thick, actually.
What you see outside of the wall is actually a golf course now, but it's not actually a golf course before. It's actually a body of water. So Fort Santiago, or rather Intramuros, is actually surrounded by bodies of water.
So it had a full moat around the outside?
Moat, some sort of a moat. The entirety of Intramuros is protected by the law.
Is this a UNESCO site then?
Not the entirety, but there are actually sites here that's considered as part of UNESCO's World Heritage.
That's good.
Site. Within the walls of Intramuros, it's purely Spanish people who are residing. So what they did was, for Chinese traders' men, they had them reside across the river, so that in such a way they will be able to monitor the activity of the Chinese community. In such a way that they will be protected from the Chinese pirates. Alright, so from Baluarte de Dilao, since we're already near Bayleaf, so I suggest that we go to the roof deck so we get to see a 360 degrees view of the city.
Great idea.
How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Let's go.
A rooftop view. That's always good.
Be good to get a different angle of the city.
Yes. Kalesa is actually a form of transportation that we adopted from the Spanish times. Okay.
I'm guessing this is mainly for the tourists now, though.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an attraction nowadays.
One of the attractions here is for you to get to see the entirety of Intramuros riding a Kalesa.
Thank you.
After a hard day's work, this is the go-to place for people.
It has
where
been a
they can
very
have
hard
good
day.
drink and witness the majestic sunset of Manila.
Yes.
Okay, this is actually considered as the view deck of the Bayleaf Hotel. From here, you get to see, of course, the National Museum, the one with the red roof and the one with the round roof. That's part of the complex of National Museum.
You get a little bit of scope about how big the city is as well here.
Yes, actually.
You'll love it here.
Now, this
Ooh,
is
very
the
swanky.
lounge. Many people would usually go here to relax, to party out. This is now the other side of Manila. Behind me, you will see the Manila Cathedral.
And where's this famous Chinatown?
Chinatown is here,
Just across the
river, across Pasig River. That is where we will see Chinatown, one of the oldest Chinatowns in Asia, or rather in the world.
Well, you know, I'd very much like to sit here and watch the sun go down with a cocktail, but we've got a few more places on the itinerary.
Yes, I guess we have to head on before the...
Maybe next time.
Next time,
Alex.
indeed. I like waving at people.
Yeah.
It's a very happy city. So, where next?
So again, welcome to Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago is again one of the oldest fortification within Intramuros. Behind me, you get to see, this is actually what we call the Baluartillo de San Francisco Javier. It's a total of 10 chambers. 10 chambers which were used as storage chambers for supplies, for ammunitions, for gunpowders. And right after the Spanish colonialization, we had the Japanese soldiers, or the Japanese Kempais, which when they occupied Fort Santiago, they converted these storage chambers into prison cells. The owner of this place, one of the advocacies that she has is that she is an advocate of the tribal people. And the
that's cool.
which is why she is supporting locally brewed products.
Oh, look. The drink is imeldific.
Yeah. When you say imeldific, it means majestic or grand. From the name of our
Imelda.
Yes,
Imelda?
Imelda
The
Marcos.
first lady. Yeah.
By
So this
those.
one.
Yes.
While Mel was playing tunes, I was getting right to the point.
What's the reason that it's wavy?
So it's wavy because in the tradition of the Maranaos and Maguindanaos, they use it in the southern Philippines. So in the battle, they're usually in the seashore. So this one, once it is stabbed the opponent, it won't get out easily and it creates more damage
Yes.
once it's stabbed.
Especially during tribal wars.
Yeah.
The reason why it's wavy is just so that it would, when you get stabbed with it, the air would come inside your body. And that would
Brutal.
cause
You're
fatal.
dead.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So let's head on and go to the Plaza Mayor of Fort Santiago.
Plaza Mayor.
Plaza Moriones. This is actually called the Soldiers' Barracks. During the occupation of the Japanese people here, this is where they stayed. On the walls, you can still see original bullet holes and cannon holes. Those are still the
Yeah,
original
really big
bullets
ones.
and cannon. As we go along the way, you can still see original 16th, 17th century cannons.
It surprised me just how much damage was deliberately left on show.
It's really nice now here, Alex.
It is, isn't it?
It looks like more of a garden now.
Alright, so in front of us, you will already see the gate of Fort Santiago. But before that, what we will see is actually a moat. As I mentioned to you, Intramuros is actually surrounded by several moats, and this is just one of them. This gate has already underwent several rehabilitations. Okay? Over time, it has already been damaged, especially during the 1945 Liberation War of Manila from the Japanese by the Americans. On several occasions, this actually got bombed. Looking closely at the gate, there are actually two structures that remains original over time. The original structure that remained over the years is actually the soldiers. That's true. That's correct. The two Spanish soldiers. The soldier riding on a horse, that is Saint James the Great, whom the Spanish people call Santiago de Matamoros.
But it's made from wood.
Yes, actually, some portions are made out of woods. The lower portion is made of adobe rocks. Okay. Underneath Santiago de Matamoros, you will see the insignia of the Spanish government. Okay. When Ferdinand Magellan came to the Philippines, he wanted to make the Philippines a colony of Spain. However, he did not last that long because he was killed in a battle with the tribal people. So when Miguel Lopez de Legazpi came to the Philippines, he was the one who actually had the Philippines named under the King of Spain, which is King Philip. And that is actually where we got the name Philippines. Okay. Alright, well that concludes our tour of the old charm of Manila. I hope you enjoyed the places that we have visited.
Very much so. I think I'd like to go back and have a look at the fountains over there. Is that
Sure,
okay?
we can go that way.
Let's go.
Great.
After an afternoon of learning, it was definitely time to play.
What's Mummy?
Haha, fastest I've seen Mel move for the whole trip. Mel and I are taking a drive through the city so that she can show me some of the fascinating diversity that her hometown of Manila has to offer. It's a busy, bustling metropolis full of colour and life. The local markets and street traders are everywhere, and seem to be open around the clock. I would have loved to have explored more, but that will have to wait for next time. Now it was time for our final dinner and a chance to try the city food that Mel had so often spoken about. Even the music style has definite Spanish influences here, like almost everything else in their culture. But I was interested to see how the cuisine here differed.
So it's my last night in the Philippines and I'll admit I'm pretty sad to be going home. I've had an amazing time and I'm really happy that I got to spend a day in your hometown showing me around. Thanks so much.
Thank you that you liked also my city.
I did. I loved how historical it was. I love the islands, of course, but it was nice to see a bit of history in the city.
Yes, of course. So there's a contrast between the islands, so the urban areas, and yeah.
Definitely. So we've come to Bistro Remedios, which is one of the oldest bistros in the city. What should we order?
Let's call the waiter.
Get some recommendations.
Yes.
Good. I don't need a recommendation for a drink though.
Bistro Remedios is owned by a Kapampangan. So Kapampangan, meaning they're from Pampanga. And my dad is from Pampanga. And usually Kapampangans are known for delicious food that they prepare.
Oh, okay.
And look who just dropped in. We decided to round the night off with a trip to one of Manila's swankiest night spots, in the famous Peninsula Manila. Oh yes, just my style. And the nightclub is just as impressive, with its Art Deco spaceships and aeronautical theme, and a live band. It felt such a world away from the quiet cocktails overlooking the gorgeous beaches that we'd become used to. But where else could I turn myself into a movie star and fly the hot air balloon from the King Kong movie? It was an amazing set, and King Kong himself had even dropped in for the occasion. So one last challenge, to get Mel up and dancing. I thought I had help in the form of the hotel manager, but he needed persuading too. Eventually my persuasive powers succeeded, and he was actually a good dancer. It was a great evening, but we did find a quiet moment to have a look back over our fabulous trip.
So this is it, final night.
Are you crying?
Oh, nearly. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know, this is the first trip I've ever had where I've genuinely been brought close to tears, but for a happy reason. There were a couple of times actually. The girls with the ukuleles.
Yes.
That was one of the highlights
Yes,
for me.
that was in Bohol.
Yes. Oh,
At
that
the
was so
Lubok,
lovely.
at the Lubok River.
That was beautiful. It was so unexpected as well.
But you cried at the Club
I
Paradise.
did yes, I did cry there as well. Yeah, but for good reasons.
Yes,
For
for
good
happy
reasons.
reasons.
And also, there's a running theme, so it's when I get serenaded by people with ukuleles
With
and guitars.
ukuleles.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Little girls. That was lovely.
Yeah.
What have you enjoyed?
Actually, I enjoyed Siargao because it's my first time there, and of course Coron.
Yeah.
So those two destinations are the best ones for me.
I enjoyed the surfing a lot actually. I was quite pleased with how I did. I'm definitely not going to be an expert. But that was nice to try. And I thought the waves were quite good for beginners. It wasn't too heavy, not too scary.
Mine was the diving part. It's
Another
also
first
my
for you.
It is. It is.
That's an amazing thing though. So we both had a lot of things on this trip where it's been
We shared memories together.
We did.
And
we did.
experiences.
First for both of us. What about the food? Was there anything that you haven't tried before on this trip, or have you had all of the food before?
The food here are usually like very, very much common, of course, for us locals. But I believe that for you, they are delicacies. I mean, they're something that you haven't really tried at all.
You've been very helpful with the food. Every time. No, you have. Every time I've been asking, what's this? What's this? And you've been very patient explaining me all the way through the food. Been a lot of seafood, which is good.
Yes.
Lots of crab.
Fresh one.
Lots of fresh prawns
Yes.
as well.
And fruits.
And fruit, of course, definitely. Well, for me, I am very sad to be saying goodbye to the Philippines, but I know it won't be the last time. I'm definitely going to come back because, as cheesy as it sounds, it is definitely #more fun in the Philippines.
Come and taste the food and enjoy the hospitality. Everyone is welcome, you are part of the family. We can go surfing, or we can go diving. We can see the sights on all the different islands. Oh, it's a beauty, all the things you should see. So come to Mindanao and feel the unity. Looks like paradise, see it with your eyes. We can do so many things, just tell me what you like. Places to go, things to see. Welcome to my home, my country. Beautiful sights, I want you to see.
It had been a truly memorable adventure, and looking back, there have been so many highlights. The very first day, we climbed to the top of the volcano in Lake Taal for those unbelievable views of the crater lake.
A lake within a lake.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just really weird how you can see the lake inside the volcano and then we're surrounded by a lake. I know the lady explained that before, but it's weird actually seeing it.
It's a different kind of experience.
Next, it was Bohol, which literally threw surprise after surprise at us. The majestic chocolate hills and the tiny tajias, and the activities like the paddleboarding, watching the dolphins, and all the colours when we went scuba diving. But without a doubt, the most moving moment was the girls dancing and singing on the river trip. That was probably my favourite moment of the whole tour. Just one of those magic moments. Then it was on to Cebu, with its bizarre modern temple and the intriguing history of the old Spanish house. Before heading to the remoteness of Siargao for its glorious islands, rock formations, and of course, another highlight for me, my first ever surfing triumph. And we finished our tour in beautiful Coron, with its stunning landscapes and crystal clear waters. So, what's my favourite place in the Philippines?
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Well, maybe I haven't found it yet. I'll just have to come back again very soon. Bye for now.
Makes you feel like in a dream.